Welcome back to another video in the College Algebra series. Today we're talking about composition of functions, and that's pretty much basically when you get the equations f of g, it looks like fog, and then g of f, so it looks like golf, right? And then or if you have f of g of 3, let's say, or g of f of 2, how do you handle that? So here's how you do that. It's pretty easy. So you have f of x equals 5x plus 6, and you have g of x equals x squared plus 2. So basically, the first function is f. So we're basically, here's the little thing that you have to think of. Wherever I see an x in f, right, I'm going to substitute my second function, so that's g. So I'm going to substitute all of this into x. And so this is what it looks like. And then you just pretty much just simplify. So you get 5 times x squared plus 2 plus 6. Now you distribute the 5. So you have 5x squared plus 10 plus 6. And so then you can add 10 plus 6 and you get 5x squared plus 16. And that's your answer. Okay. Now g of f. So basically you just do the same thing, but you do it kind of backwards. So wherever I see an x in my first function, so wherever I see an x, which is right here, I'm going to substitute all of this. Okay, so I have 5x plus 6 squared plus 2 plus 2. Now, what's kind of can be annoying sometimes, especially with this, you have 5x plus the quantity 5x plus 6 squared. You have to FOIL this, right? So you have 5x plus 6 times 5x plus 6 FOIL. It's 25x squared plus 30x, okay, plus 30x plus 36. Okay, so you have 25x squared plus 60 x plus 36. So I'm going to basically replace all this with that. So 25x squared plus 60x plus 36 plus 2. Okay, now I combine like terms. So I have 25x squared plus 60x plus 38. Okay, and that would be your answer. Okay, now f of g of 3. So basically, what you do is you're going to find the g of 3, and then wherever you see an x and f, you'd put that in. So you have g of x. So right, remember g of x is x squared plus 2. And so the g of 3 equals 3 squared plus 2. So that's 9 plus 2, which is 11. Okay, so I'm going to take that value, and now I'm going to plug it into my f of x function. Remember, f of x equals 5x plus 6. Right, so I'm going to take this value and plug it right here. Okay, so I have 5 times 11 plus 6, so that's 55 plus 6, which is 61. And that would be your answer. Now, some of you may be saying, well, you already found what f of g is. F of g from above was 5x squared plus 16. Couldn't you just substitute it? And you can, right? So f of g of x, remember, that equaled 5x squared plus 16. So 5x squared plus 16. So f of g of 3, let's erase that. So 3, right, equals 5 times 3 squared plus 16, right? So that's 5. Now it's just a PEMDAS problem. So that's 9 plus 16. 5 times 9 is 45 plus 16. 45 plus 16 is 61. Okay, so you can work it either way. You might be asked finding f of g of 3 from a graph, right? So you would find the g of 3, and then you would take that value and plug it into f, and that would be your answer, right? So it's just kind of how they ask that question, you know, it just kind of depends on how you tackle the problem. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below, or you can email me and I'd be glad to help. Thanks.